Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me to another episode of Music with Nick. Today we got a marathon request from Tao of Nature. Thank you so much and welcome back to the channel. Of course, I've not seen you in a while, and I'm happy you're back. Always great requests. We got a marathon today, sponsored by Tao. And let me read you off the names. This is some interesting stuff because it got some Nick Drake in here, some Beck, Blackmore's Night. I've always wanted to listen to Blackmore's Night. So it's going to start off here with, we're going to start off. So this is what he called like a folk rock marathon. So we're going to start it off with some Offa Rex, Olivia Chaney, and this is the Queen of Hearts 2017. Very nice cover, I love that. And then Blackmore's Night, my old neighbor Mr. Richie Blackmore in Munich, with the song Storm Fires at Midnight to 2001. So he's keeping it within. I like that about Tao. Also Matt, they keep it like 90s 2000s, you know, different. Then we're gonna do Shelagh McDonald, Stargazer. Stargazer sounds like it's from Richie Blackmore's Rainbow, but Stargazer, 1971, Shelagh McDonald. I'm surprised about that. Then Nick Drake, and Alexia's not here. She loves Nick Drake. Riverman, 5 Leaves Left. 1969. So okay, so it went back from 2000s to the 70s and 60s, and then we're gonna do the amazing Beck. I love that man. He's so versatile, and there's so much, like, there's no real style to him. I can't figure him out. He's so original. We're gonna do from Sea of Change 2002. We're gonna do the song Round the Bend. So there we go. Thank you, Tao. I love it. I love this variety of stuff, of songs. And let's just begin it here with the Queen of Hearts, and let's see what happens. All right, let's go.
Sees the ace of sorrow. Wow. You see it
Like, that's it. That's all I need. A voice like that. I mean, you can play pretty much any music, but again, also the music reminds me a little bit of Renaissance. What a beautiful, beautiful voice. She sounds like an angel. This is the stuff that, Alexa and I love when it comes up, And sometimes, with Spotify, the cover looks very old. So maybe this is a remaster. So if I got the time wrong, I'm terribly sorry. But if this is from 2017, oh my God, we're in some good times. And yeah, because if this music is being made, in the last 5 years, it's beautiful. Let's keep going. Thank you so much, Tao, for presenting this to us. This is wonderful.
The queen of hearts sees the ace of sorrow. He's here today and he's gone tomorrow. Young men are plenty, but sweethearts few. If my love leave me, what shall I do?
Beautiful. I think it had that Renaissance effect on that because of that clarinet that they're playing. It just sounds very Baroque, like, And so, thank you. That was really good. All right. So now Mr. Blackmore and Blackmore's Night. And yeah, I know it's pretty unbelievable that basically we were neighbors of Mr. Richie Blackmore in Munich. And man, it's a shame that he's such specific person. He has a specific attitude, and I mean that's just how he is. What can we do? All right, so here's Storm, Mr. Richie Blackmore's Night, Fires at Midnight in 2001. Here we go. I'm very curious about this because I've always heard, oh, do Richie Blackmore's Night, do Blackmore's Night. And it's not Deep Purple, it's not Rainbow, it's something different. So let's listen to this. Wow.
A timeless and forgotten place, the moon and sun in endless chase, each in quiet surrender,
Okay, first of all, wow, to Richie Blackmore, that classical guitar was amazingly well played, very clean, beautiful, man. Wow. I didn't know he played classical guitar like that. So, and I don't know if I think this is his wife. Let me just do a little Google here. Let's see. Okay, Candace Knight. Okay. Give me 1 second. Who is Candace Knight? Yes, they're married. So she's the wife. Okay, cool. That's all I wanted to know. Beautiful. That must be wonderful to have a project with your wife, you know?
Endless chase, each in quiet surrender, while the other reigns the sky. The midnight hour begins to laugh a summer evening's epitaph. The winds are getting crazy as the storm begins to rise. As the storm begins to rise. Dragon's lair, fingers running through your hair. She asks you out to play. For all of nature's sorcery, the most bewitching entity. Hell can have no fury like the rising of a storm. Follow the storm now, I've got to get out of here. Follow the storm as you take to the sky. Follow the storm now, it's all so crystal clear. Follow the storm as the storm begins to rise. storm begins to rise, as the storm begins to rise.
Very cool. Very, very cool. Reminds me a lot of yeah, like, well, I mean, it's Baroque, you know, just like the first track, but this reminds me of a certain like other musician, but I'm not gonna mention him because I don't want to get into trouble. But so it says here, I looked up some stuff, and so he was born to two German wives. Oh, wives, I'm gonna say wives. Let's see, and then it says, as a result, he's a fluent German speaker. And then it said, I wanted to see if he lived, like, if it says here that he ever lived in Munich, but it doesn't for some reason. So, but it says here, the only thing it says here about Germany, I mean, that he lived in Hamburg, but that's not. He had a son in Germany, and stuff like that. And then it says Blackmore is a heavy drinker and watches German language television on a satellite dish when he's home. He has several German friends, my dad amongst them, although my dad is Italian. And a collection of about 2,000 CDs of Renaissance music. Wow. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about the Munich. Well, maybe he was just there for a short while, you know. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. But this was great. It reminded me a little bit of Ingrid Malmsteen, or yeah, just like folk classical music. And what a great project, you know, to have your wife as a singer, and wonderful, you know. And she's like, what? I think she's from California. I think she is. Let's see. I love that her name is Knight and his name is Blackmore. It's just a cool combination. I'm the worst at looking up stuff. Well, it doesn't really matter. Let's move it on with Stargazer, Shelagh McDonald, and this is from the 70s, so this is gonna sound very different. 71. Here we go.
She asked, what will the future bring? Mercury and Jupiter will bring you wealth and golden rings. They have climbed the hill and watched the sun go down to rest. He said, would you be my friend? I fear there's nothing left to give my lady. She said, let's follow the sun behind the hill to where it's hiding. was a stranger to her. His father was a poet, led her by the hand up the hill, touched the golden sunset. How do feelings die? He's afraid to know. Why does she have to lie? She'll only stay until it's time for her to go. She said, take the sun in your hands, be glad, for this is love you hold.
Wow, I did not expect this because I love the cello and the piano, and her singing reminds me, again, Renaissance a little bit, or I don't know. But now the Gregorian like chants, and oh my God, what a great experience this is. It's very cool. It's like in medieval times, you know, very beautiful. Cool. Wow, that was very, very good. Let's see. Let's see. Scottish. She's from Scotland. And then let's see. Stargazer. Does it say? It doesn't say anything about the album. Yeah. It doesn't say anything about specifically like the music. It's folk rock, yeah. I wanted to hear about the singers. Not very lots of information here, but very private life, I think she leads. She has released 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 albums, but it doesn't really say anything. Well, I mean, it was very, very good. Now, Nick Drake. I do know Nick Drake a little bit better. We've done a full album that's on Patreon if you want to check it out. Very sad story. I mean, when I listen to Nick Drake, I always get a little sad because he passed away so young, and also the circumstances of his passing. Okay, let's listen to Riverman by the amazing Nick Drake. I love him.
Betty came by on her way, Said she had a word to say about things today and fallen leaves. Said she hadn't heard the news, hadn't had the time to choose a way to lose, but she believes. Gonna see the riverman, gonna tell him all I can about the plan for lilac time. If he tells me all he knows about the way his river flows and all night shows in summertime. Betty said she prayed today for the sky to blow away, or maybe stay. She wasn't sure, but when she thought of summer rain calling for her mind again, she lost the pain and stayed for more. Gonna see the riverman.
Wow, just Nick Drake has such a special voice, very unique. The way he pronounces pronounces the way he pronounces the words, just like, I don't know, it's just very special, very unique individual musician. I love that he basically just plays the acoustic and usually has a little, I think, in a little orchestra on the back, and that's it. No drums, no bass. Very, very simple, very, very beautiful, very, very private sounding. The whole thing. I love him really, really much. Okay, let's continue.
Gonna see the riverman. Gonna tell him all I can about the band and feeling free. If he tells me all he knows about the way his river flows, I don't suppose it's meant for me. Oh, how they come and go. Oh, how they come and go.
Very good. My God. Yeah, for those of you, if you're new to the channel, if you've never heard Nick Drake, check out his album Pink Moon. It's a masterpiece. Very, very good. This was a bit before. This is from 1969. Pink Moon is 72, but it's the same style. Just very, very good. This guy was very, very talented, very blessed, but unfortunately very mentally just sad. And I think we read his like story, and he was just life didn't treat him like, it was more like a mental struggle, you know, mental health issues. And unfortunately he did take he took his own life at a very, very tender age. And I can only imagine what he would have been if he was still alive right now. I mean, my God, so much talent. But I mean, it happens, and that's why we have to be very aware of people with mental health. If you know someone, you know, talk to them and try to get them help, because sometimes for them, the only way to not suffer anymore is to, you know, to check out. And we don't want that, you know, especially with younger people or older. It doesn't matter the age, you know, but it's just very sad. And they don't have to be musicians. Anyone that you know has depression, just talk to them and try to get help to them, you know. I know a lot of people, and I've even suffered with mental health, you know. So yeah, it's a challenge, you know. And it's a lot of things in your mind. Your mind can be basically your greatest ally, but your worst enemy, you know, because of fear and all this stuff. And to go through fear is, there's a tale I could tell you that thankfully I've come over. But I used to have a lot of fear that I didn't have as a child or teenager. And then suddenly you have all these things, and there's a lot of things you can't do anymore, and you think you can't do. And then to overcome that is a challenge, but I did it, you know. There was a time where I was basically unable to do anything. So yeah, very, very bad. So if you know someone with problems, please try to help, get them help, talk to them, you know, don't push them away. Don't think, oh, they're weird. No, they're just struggling. You know, it's a conflict within. It's very difficult. Okay, so now let's move on to Beck, Round the Bend. This is from 2002. And like I said, Beck is very unique. I can't find what style he fits in. He's like my David Bowie, you know, of very, very special, very, very cool, because he has so many different styles of music. He doesn't really tell you what he does, but it's very, very good. Okay, here we go with Beck.
We don't have to worry. Life goes where it does. Faster than it.
Wow, this is incredible, because now after listening to Nick Drake, this literally looks I mean, sounds like Beck took some notes from Nick Drake and said, hey, I'm gonna record something in the vein of Nick Drake. Sounds very similar. I love it. Very, very cool. Even the voice, the way he, the tone and the whole thing.
Empty yourself on. Loose change we could spend. Grinding down, down. Pushing harder, up against themselves. Make their daggers sharper. Then their faces turn. Babe, it's your time now. Loose change we could spend.
Wow, this was great. Very. What can I say about this song? I mean, what can I say about Beck? He's just so unique, and that doesn't sound anything like any other song I've heard by Beck. So that alone is a compliment to him and his genius. I think that guy is a genius. He's just hilarious. There's this beautiful interview where he just like throws a boot around and and then it's the guy from Sonic Youth, I think, interviewing him, and then he's like, "How old are you?" And he's like, "I'm 22." And he's like, "You look more like 40." He's like, "Oh yeah, I do." And then Beck is like, "I actually feel more like 50, you know." It's so funny the way he just um delivers those responses, very like, just, it's so hilarious. And he's obviously 22 and he looks very young, but he just says like, "You know, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like 50 actually." And the guy, and then they kind of like want to like do a high five and they kind of miss each other. I don't know, I think in the end it was planned to just like, you know, to mess with MTV. But it's hilarious. Please look it up. Just put Beck interview with the guy from Sonic Youth, and you're gonna laugh. I've seen it like 20 times. It's so hilarious, and every time I watch it, I laugh. So it's hilarious. It's very good. So, Tao, this was wonderful. A lot of styles here, a lot of good stuff to like sink my teeth into, especially with Alexia. She loves this style. She loves Renaissance. She loves folk. She loves Nick Drake. She loves Beck. So I'm sure she's gonna be happy to listen to Storm by Blackmore's Night. The first song was beautiful as well. Stargazer was beautiful, and the whole marathon was wonderful. And I hope it gets a lot of love from the comment section, from people listening to this music with us. So thank you so much, you know, for chiming in, coming back, and giving to the community. Thank you so much for, you know, for sponsoring this video. Without you guys, you know, I don't know what if we could like continue doing this, but it's like going so well. And the channel is getting bigger. There's more people that watch, and the comment section, now we finally figured out so the comments don't get blocked. So basically you can comment anything and it won't be taken away. It won't be investigated by YouTube. We don't want that, you know. I mean, if you want to talk, if you want to say your piece, then you can. Of course, if it's nasty, then I mean, that's not cool. Although we don't delete, I've rarely deleted a comment, only if it was super offensive towards me or Alexia, but it doesn't happen that often. I mean, it does happen. There's some nasty people out there, but hey, there's nasty people everywhere. So, and unfortunately, they do have an internet connection. So, all right. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. I hope you did enjoy this wonderful, very peaceful marathon. It was very, very serene, and I really did like it. I loved it. Thank you so much, Tao. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and we'll see each other in the next video. Take care.